Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Thrift Flip Thursday. Yes. So, what you're seeing in front of you is one of the projects I'm going to be working on today. This is a thrifted bread keeper, I guess you could call it. Now, I've already taken off the handle. Now, this is glass, and I was trying to take the glass out. I unscrewed all of these. Much to my chagrin, the glass was glued in. So what I'm going to do is I will cover all of this glass with painter's tape. And then I'm going to take this piece outside. I've already wiped it all down. I'm going to take it outside and I'm going to give it 2 coats of shellac. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be painting this with milk paint today. So milk paint gives a wonderful crackle effect. But if you don't seal your project with shellac first, the paint will chip off. So I want the cracking effect, but I don't want the paint to chip off, which is why I will be giving it 2 coats of shellac. So once I do that, we will come back and start working on this project. All right, guys, so we are working with Sweet Pickins milk paint in the color Pantry Door and Basil. I plan on mixing 2 of these together to make a custom color. So milk paint is equal parts of the paint powder mixed with water. And what you do is you mix the paint for 2 minutes in a little container. I use these little macaroni and cheese containers from Winnie. And you mix it really well. And then you set it aside for anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes for it to thicken. So here you see me measuring out my first color. I think I do 3 and 3. Maybe it's 4 and 4. Nope, 3 and 3. When you use milk paint, sometimes you'll get little chunks of paint powder when your paint dries. So I usually will sand it once it's dry, but you'll see that later on. Sorry for my voice, guys. Okay, now I'm adding my water. Looking for something to mix it with. There we go. Popsicle stick. Now you could use those little battery operated frothing thingamabobs, which I do have one, but it stinks. I need like an actual good one. It's one of the things that I got from Temu that I wasn't happy with. So I usually just stir it with a popsicle stick or a spoon, whatever you have on hand. All right, we are thickened up and ready to paint. And I love this color. It came out wonderful. It's kind of like the 30s green. Oh, I love it. So I did not paint this bread box first because when the paint crackles, I want that black to show through. So that's why I didn't bother doing any painting on this bread box first. So I just do nice, even coats, smooth it out, and that's it, you know? So I'm going to speed up the process here of painting this, and then we will move on to the next step. Okay, it's now time to pull out the heat gun. You know me, I don't have any patience, and I like to help the drying process along. And you'll see that when you start drying this milk paint, that's when the magic will happen. That's when you'll start seeing all of the little crackling goodness happen. So I'm going to get this dried. Okay, so I do have the bottom of my box finished with my second coat. I wanted to get that done so I could turn it over and be done with the bottom. So I'm going to show you the wonderful effects that you get with the milk paint. Look at all of this wonderful cracking. So if you love something that looks old, worn, and vintage, this is the paint for you. Oh my goodness, this is just awesome. So now I am going to put my second coat of paint on the rest of this bread box. All right, we are all dry, and now I'm going to take a piece of 400 grit sandpaper, which is quite fine, and I am going to just lightly sand all over the entire piece just to smooth out the paint and get rid of any little clumps of paint that may be on here. You don't need a very heavy hand, just lightly, just to smooth everything out. All right, now that everything is sanded, it's time to wax to seal in our milk paint. I am going to use clear wax first, using my large waxing brush. And I'm going to apply one coat over the entire bread box. Then I'm going to wipe back any extra wax. After I get done with the clear wax, wait till you see what I'm going to do next. Okay, guys, now we're going to add black wax. Yes, you heard me right. Black wax. This is going to bring out all of those awesome little cracks. And it's also going to bring out the green color and make it even richer in color. You are going to love the way this looks when I show you the end result. All right, guys, this is project number 2. You'll remember I thrifted this maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and it's this little stool. So what I have done is I have taken this and I have sanded all of the surfaces of this bench. Then I wiped it down with a wet rag to get rid of all the dust. And I took it outside and I gave it 2 coats of shellac. The shellac will help the porosity so that we don't get any bleed through of these colors or anything. We'll have no issues at all with bleed through. And that's very important, especially if you're painting over colors like red, browns. So that's the reason for putting the 2 coats of shellac on here. Now it's ready to be painted with whatever paint choice that I'm going to do. And I have decided I'm going to paint this bench black to start. So I think what I'm going to do is paint the top black, and then I may do the bottom parts a different color. I haven't quite decided yet. So I'm going to bust out my black chalk paint. I have to break out a new bottle. This is Folk Art black chalk paint, and I got this on Amazon, and I will leave a link for it in the description box. So I'm just going to put 2 coats on here. Okay, so as you could see, I was drying this with my heat gun, and I got too close, and now I have all these bubbles in the paint. And I'm just going to leave them there. It just adds a little more character. Okay, guys, so as you could see, I decided to paint the whole bench black. And I am now going to put some transfers, I think, mostly on the top, maybe a couple little ones on the sides. So I'm going to be using these. These are Redesign with Prima Floral Polish. Yeah, so let's see what we got here.